Welcome back to my KEEPUP channel. Elle Macpherson, 60, reveals secret breast cancer struggle and why she refused chemotherapy despite being advised by 32 doctors. Elle Macpherson has revealed she secretly battled breast cancer 7 years ago, but is now in remission after she refused to undergo chemotherapy. The Australian supermodel, 60, revealed in her upcoming memoir, Life, Lessons, and Learning to Trust Yourself, that she took a holistic approach to her illness, going against the advice of 32 doctors and the wishes of her family. Speaking to Women's Weekly about her diagnosis, she revealed, "It was a shock, it was unexpected, it was confusing, it was daunting in so many ways, and it really gave me an opportunity to dig deep in my inner sense to find a solution that worked for me." After receiving a lumpectomy 7 years ago, the Welly co-founder was diagnosed with HER2-positive estrogen-receptive intraductal carcinoma. The doctor recommended Elle undergo a mastectomy with radiation, chemotherapy, hormone therapy, and the reconstruction of her breast to treat it. However, Elle, who was dating disgraced anti-vaxxer Andrew Wakefield at the time, decided against traditional medicine, as a wonderful exercise in being true to myself, trusting myself and trusting the nature of my body and the course of action that I had chosen. Elle said she prayed and meditated on a beach in Miami to conclude she didn't want to treat her cancer with pharmaceuticals, but rather an intuitive, heart-led, holistic approach. Saying no to standard medical solutions was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But saying no to my own inner sense would have been even harder, she explained, later adding she thought chemotherapy and surgery were too extreme. The model, who was known as the Body in her heyday, said people thought I was crazy, but she forged ahead anyway with a treatment plan that resonated with her, addressing emotional as well as physical factors associated with breast cancer. Elle revealed that she rented a house in Phoenix, Arizona for 8 months where she holistically treated her cancer under the guidance of her primary doctor, a doctor of naturopathy, holistic dentist, osteopath, chiropractor, and 2 therapists. Staying in the house alone, Elle said she spent her days focusing and devoting every single minute to healing myself. While Elle is now in clinical remission, which she instead chooses to call utter wellness, she said her sons Flynn, 26, and Cy, 21, and former partner Arpid Archibusson had mixed reactions about her unusual approach to the cancer diagnosis. Her youngest son fully supported his famous mother because he believed chemotherapy was a kiss of death, but her eldest had his reservations. Flynn, being more conventional, wasn't comfortable with my choice at all. "He is my son, though, and would support me through anything and love me through my choices, even if he didn't agree with them," Elle said. As for Archie, who Elle separated from in 2005 after almost 10 years together, the father of Flynn and Cy didn't agree with Elle's methods, but wrote a letter telling her how proud he was of the courage I was showing. Typical cancer treatment revolves around surgery, chemotherapy, and radiotherapy. Cancer Research UK notes that some patients also use complementary therapies to feel better, ease the side effects of these treatments, and improve quality of life. Aromatherapy, acupuncture, herbal medicine, massage therapy, visualization, and yoga are among the most common examples, it said. Meanwhile, alternative therapies are typically used instead of medical treatment. Some examples include shark cartilage supplements, Laetrile, a plant substance, and Gerson therapy, which involves following an organic vegetarian diet and undergoing up to 5 coffee enemas a day. There is no scientific or medical evidence that these therapies can cure cancer. Some might even be unsafe, trigger harmful side effects, or interact with medical treatment, according to Cancer Research UK. Elle had previously suffered a cancer scare in 2013. On her 49th birthday, the model found a lump in her breast, and while it turned out to be benign, it inspired her to reevaluate her approach to health and wellness. "I thought I had cancer," Elle told Mail on Sunday. "I was away shooting Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model, so I couldn't see my doctor and I was really panicking. It was 4 weeks before I got the biopsy results, so it was a long drawn-out and stressful period of not knowing. I was lucky, it was a fibroadenoma, a benign growth of fibrous tissue, but it was a really big warning. I did some soul-searching and realized that maybe I was taking the wrong vitamins and minerals, not eating properly, and was too stressed." Elle revealed that she was functioning on just 3 to 4 hours sleep a night and constantly jetting between London, Australia, New York, and Los Angeles for work. She explained, "I'd put the boys to bed at 9 or 10 p.m. and work until 2 a.m. because that was the only quiet time. Then I'd get up at 6 a.m. I did that for years. I thought I was incredibly productive. The first thing I'd put into my body each morning was an espresso to kickstart my day. I was eating and exercising the same as always, but my body was numb and unresponsive. I experienced imbalanced digestion, fatigue, listlessness, and my joints ached." Elle's symptoms seemed to chime with the perimenopause. "I was approaching 50, and it seemed normal that my body would be adapting to the next phase of maturity. I decided that if I was to maintain my body, it had to come from the inside. It wasn't going to come from only putting creams on my face, and I'm not one who can mess about with plastic surgery at this point." Elle went to see Harley Street nutritionist Dr. Simone Laubscher, who advised her to stop taking synthetic supplements and start an alkaline diet. She said, "What you are describing is a very acidic body," Elle recalls. "Disease thrives in an acidic body, and I didn't realize that stress, worry, jet lag, not getting enough sleep and eating too much red meat, dairy, or not enough greens can make your body acidic." Dr. Laubscher devised a personalized blend of super greens, including barley grass, wheatgrass, and spirulina, for her. "I started sleeping more, woke up with more water, ate less red meat, added more fruit and vegetables, and within weeks I felt like a completely different person," she acknowledges. "I didn't realize how these relatively small changes to my routine could make me feel and look so much better." Experts agree that maintaining a healthy lifestyle is both important in the prevention of cancer and during cancer treatment. Evidence shows it can help manage the stress and fatigue caused by the disease and treatment. Studies have also found people who get exercise during treatment not only deal better with side effects, but also may live longer. International guidelines recommend patients stay active and get back to their normal activities as soon as possible. Elle has links to the anti-vax movement, having endorsed the views of her disgraced former doctor boyfriend, Andrew Wakefield. She is believed to have dated Andrew, whose discredited research linking the MMR jab and autism made him a pariah, from 2017 to 2020. The model publicly backed her boyfriend during the COVID outbreak, stating that the pandemic was a divine time to promote the campaign against vaccinations. In video footage obtained by the Mail, she was introduced by Andrew as Elle Macpherson, my girlfriend, ahead of a U.S. screening of his most recent installment of anti-vaccination propaganda. Talking to him before an audience in North Carolina, she said, "You made this film during COVID, and it's interesting because it's such beautiful, sacred timing when you watch the film, because it's so pertinent and so relevant. And for it to come in this divine time where vaccination and mandatory vaccination is on everybody's lips." It was the first time the model-turned-entrepreneur acknowledged their relationship in public and endorsed her partner's activism. Elle said she was honored to be sharing the stage with Andrew, 67, saying she first heard about Andy in 1998, the year his now notorious sham research falsely claimed to have discovered evidence in 12 children that the MMR vaccine caused autism. Andrew, originally from Berkshire, was struck off the medical register in 2010 after his research showing the supposed link between the MMR jabs and autism was exposed as an elaborate fraud. His false claims led to a downturn in vaccination among children and renewed measles outbreaks. He moved to the U.S. and reinvented himself as a filmmaker and campaigner, and in recent months has seized on paranoia owing to the coronavirus pandemic to spread conspiracy theories around vaccination. Andrew dismissed the coronavirus as what he called Wu flu, after the city of Wuhan in China, where the pandemic began. In 2022, Elle detailed her new daily health and fitness routine, explaining that she regularly meditates, plunges into cold water, has sessions in her infrared sauna and tea ceremonies. Speaking to Body and Soul, Elle revealed the health and wellness habits that keep her body in top shape. Her regime includes yoga in the sun, supplements, a 4-minute workout, breath work and sound healing, as well as a cup of tea to keep her energy up in the afternoon. Elle said the first thing she does when she wakes up is smile, as she starts her day as soon as the sun is up and hydrates with a glass of filtered water with lime. "I'll then get outside and put my feet on the earth to ground. I do some yoga in the morning sun or Dr. Zach's 4-minute workout to stimulate nitric oxide," she said. Sometimes I'll go for a cold plunge afterwards, followed by a matcha in the sunshine, before getting ready for my day. Elle also does daily meditation in the morning for 25 minutes and breath practice to take care of her mind, body, and spirit. The mum of two added that she always chooses to exercise outside and in nature by hiking, biking, swimming, or simply sitting in the fresh air and sunshine. She said she has no set schedule when it comes to exercise and prefers to go with the flow and swears by regular sessions in her infrared sauna as well as a cold plunge to reset. A big believer in energy healing, Elle revealed she books regular appointments for acupuncture, chiropractic, breath work, and sound healing, as well as Russian banyas, an ancient tradition of steam bathing with a wood stove burning dry tree or herb branches called veniks. Elle adheres to a plant-based diet, prefers homemade meals made with love, and buys all her groceries locally grown and organic, hand-picked from her local farmer's market. One of her favorite weeknight dinners is miso mushroom soup with Japanese sweet potato. An essential part of Elle's day, and to beat the 3 p.m. slump, is to perform a tea ceremony with her favorites being rooibos tea in vanilla and Earl Grey. To be at her best, the age-defying model takes a range of supplements and elixirs from her own wellness brand Welly Co. She adds a collagen elixir to her morning smoothie and takes gut support and protein supplements. To wind down in the evening, Elle again likes to relax in the sauna, then take a dip in cold water, which she says is great for detoxing, immune boosting, lymphatic support, and relaxation. Her nightly ritual then involves drinking a cup of Welly Co calming tea, and the last thing she does before sleeping is smile. Put my hands on my solar plexus, think about what I'm grateful for that day, and drift into a peaceful sleep. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.